Students and staff panicked this afternoon when an active shooter was reported at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Police swarmed the campus, but were not able to find any threats.
Earlier in this academic year, we had an event that occurred here on campus that ultimately wound up being a false active shooter call.
It was kind of surreal, just everything kind of happened so fast.
Students were sent this message around 12:30 telling them to run, hide, and fight.
We knew that we were prepared in terms of our law enforcement response, and it showed. What we learned very quickly is that many of our faculty and staff and some of our students just weren't.
I leave my office, go running down the stairs of the arena to my women's basketball team who was out on the floor practicing and thinking, I really don't know what to tell them to do.
Our employees were not prepared and did not have an understanding of how they should respond in that event. And that is ultimately why we partner with Defense Systems, was to empower our employees to understand how to respond to these events and give them skill sets that they wouldn't otherwise have.
My employer recently brought in Defense Systems for active violence training, and I found the experience to be extremely impactful and moving and very worth my time.
As a scientist, I really value data-driven training and analytical training, and I was really kind of blown away by how quantitative and analytical the training that we received was.
So bringing folks in who are experts, who not only are experts, but folks that we told them when they came in that we trust, that we've worked with before, is really what helped drive this. People were leaving the room, said to us, that was the best training I've had.
I did not have any coach or staff member complain that they wasted time in a 3-hour training. They were all, I wish it had been longer.
We were in this lecture hall with hundreds of people, and we were there for 3 hours without a break. No one left the room. Everyone was very invested in the training.
The reality is, yeah, there's lots of training out there, but it's the way that you deliver it. They do this all day, every day, and they've perfected it, and that's why it's more effective than just us doing it.
It's an expertise beyond what our staff could provide, and I trust that, God forbid we ever have an incident here on campus, our ability to respond will be light years ahead of where we would have been.
There were tactile strategies and things that we could take away from it in order to make ourselves and our students safer.
It told us where to go exactly, instead of just hide, where should you hide? What's the best place to be?
As we share with folks, we don't expect them to be experts in everything, but we want them to know the basics to keep themselves and to keep others safe. We don't view it any different than practicing fire drills, right, in elementary school and high school.
Our first concern as far as police officers is we have to stop the threat. By the time we get first responders in there who can actually address injuries, time is going to have run, whether it's a couple minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Our folks here on campus better understand the value of just those basic skill sets of trying to stop that traumatic bleeding is monumental in saving people's lives.
There were definitely a lot of things that I knew in the medical part of the training. However, there were quite a few things that I didn't know, such as you can put your knee in someone's groin in order to stop a bleed if you don't have a tourniquet. I think the medical part, to me, was the most important part of the entire conversation.
And then the training ended with live fire to let us know, this is what it sounds like if a gun is shot inside.
The training was done at a level that addressed a very sensitive topic in a very sensitive way.
This was presented in a very apolitical way. It's not about what our representatives at the state legislature can do, it's about what can I do. This training was focused on the direct influence. It was focused on the things you can do to change your mindset.
Now going through it, I feel confident that our coaches and staff know what to do in an emergency.
These are skills that you carry with you when you're at home with your family, when you're out shopping.
Other universities would benefit from this. They would benefit from this being mandatory.
If I was a parent of a student at a university, I would feel much better knowing that all of the faculty and staff at that university had this training.
I don't think I've ever seen another training regimen that's able to connect with the average person who doesn't necessarily have any experience in responding to active violence or just any type of emergency event, being able to translate that for folks and make it understandable and comprehensive. I think that's what makes a difference from what other teachings I've seen out there. I knew right away after August 21st, yep, we got to call Defense Systems.